Hello. So some of you have been asking for voice commentary, and I just thought, well, maybe I can give you all a quick mid-season update and let this be my first attempt at voice commentary. So yeah, today is May 2nd, second day of season 17. I just hit Diamond 5. The climb was pretty okay, actually. You can see the run was pretty smooth, I would say. It's not that bad. Not as bad as I feared. Sorry, I should say. Apologies for my stuffy nose and my audio setup. It's just an iPhone microphone, and I will just continue to use my iPhone microphone for however many more videos I make. So this is as good as the quality will ever be. But yeah, I'm not going to share this deck list right now. This is the deck that I played to get to Diamond 5 because I'm not convinced by it. I'm not sure about the text, I'm not sure about the ratios, and I'm not even sure that I want to continue playing Mekk-Knights in this deck. I mean, as in Mekk-Knight Crusadia, because I have a suspicion that pure Crusadias can do the job. Now, I don't know if it's like 15 main deck Crusadias and then just Kaijus and all that would be enough, but we'll see how it goes. I'll continue to test. Actually, in the Master Duel meta Discord, the Crusadia channel where I'm pretty active, someone shared that they saw a Crusadia list on Facebook that got to Diamond 5 on day 1, so yesterday. And that was, if I recall, like 14 Crusadias and then like, I don't know, 7 to 8 Kaijus and then a bunch of other board breakers like Lightning Storm. So I'm pretty sure that pure Crusadia can get the job done. I don't know if it'll be enough for Diamond 1, but certainly for Diamond 5 at least. Like, you can just play the standard Unga Bunga Kaiju Crusadia OTK strategy and should be fine. That's just what I think at this point. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I just want to say, like, yesterday when the season opened, I started off playing a few games with the season 16 deck that I called A New Dawn. That's the pure World Legacy WinCon Mekk-Knight Crusadia deck. Unfortunately, I have to report that reliance on the graveyard is simply suicidal at this point. It's way too unreliable. If you build a deck and you build a strategy that revolves around taking stuff out of the graveyard, well, you're just severely disadvantaging yourself because the shufflers are just everywhere. And unlike branded Ishizu and Ishizu Chaos, tiers are sending the Ishizu cards into the graveyard like so consistently that you just have to expect shufflers to be messing with your World Legacy Succession and your World Legacy Secret all the time. So unfortunately for me, this entire strategy is just a no-go now. Yeah, I'm really sad because I really love this deck and I think it's beautiful to just play with only World Legacy and Crusadia cards. It's just absolutely beautiful, right? Look at this. But yeah, the graveyard recursion is just not going to work. Secret, you're not even going to get the negate because you can't even revive Indigo unless you have Indigo on board, which, yeah, it could be done, but then again, what are you negating? Like Kitkalis, and then, it's not particularly strong of a board in general, and maybe against Kitkalis, that's okay, kind of a choke point for them, but against other decks, and especially like against all the stun decks coming out now, Exosister, Secret alone isn't gonna win enough. That's just my feeling. And going second into tiers and into all of these other decks that I mentioned, I'm not sure a list like this can cut it. So therefore, this is out of the question. And I should also say, Vanguard, this beautiful card, unfortunately dead in the water at this point because the three main targets, Reclusia, World Crown, and World Chalice, they all send to the graveyard. This negates and pops, and this literally just sends, so you're just helping the tiers combo along, which is not ideal. So unfortunately, this deck will have to sit aside for the time being. I did try this go first strategy as well last night, and I wasn't really impressed by it. This is obviously an Abyss Dweller Turbo strategy with dimensional fissure, basically floodgating the hell out of Tears players. Problem with this is the board itself is not strong enough against most other decks. Yes, against Tears, you get Fissure, you get Dweller, you get maybe Astrum or Equimax on board. That's probably going to win you quite a few games going first against Tears, but then going second, what's this list going to do, right? And then going first against other decks like Flu, what's this going to do, right? And the problem is, and the other problem, the bigger problem, is that none of the win con itself cannot be searched in engine, so you're really relying on hard opening, exceed, any of the level 4s basically to go in a Dweller, the level 4 extenders, I should say. And you're relying on hard opening Fissure to get this floodgate off. So it's not doing enough for me. The strategy doesn't have a high enough ceiling in general, apart from the Tears matchup, and it's just not consistent or coherent enough. And yeah, I've never said this, but in my opinion, Diamond 1 is nothing spectacular, nothing impressive at all, but it is something of a DPS check or a level gate, if you will, like from RPGs, where anybody playing ranked properly or semi-seriously, or just anybody playing ranked for real should expect to hit Diamond 1, or should be expected to hit Diamond 1, because it would be like a floor, a check for their, first off, as the duelist, their game knowledge, their meta knowledge, and their competence in general, but also for the deck. It's a check for their ceiling, the power level. It's a check for their consistency, and it's a check for the coherence of the strategy. Because there are a lot of strategies that just, they're not coherent. They don't, there's no synergy, or the strategy is not streamlined enough. It's just relying on a lot of moving parts that are easy to cut off. That's what Diamond 1 really is a check for. It's like a minimum level, a threshold that you would reach if you are competent enough and your deck is solid along those categories. So along those criteria, I should say. So that's what Diamond 1 means to me, and it's nothing huge, but what I'm saying is something like this is just lacking too much in a lot of those metrics. And this that I'm playing right now, the current deck, I don't think it's consistent enough, I guess. So we'll see how this develops. But the point I'm trying to make is, when I hit Diamond 1, then I will be happy to share deck list that got me there, because then I would be confident enough to say, well, this deck list has passed like a minimum level of consistency, ceiling, and coherence, and then maybe it can be of use to some other people. But right now, I'm pretty convinced if you use the list I'm using, you're just not going to go anywhere. So you're just not gonna get anywhere. So yeah, let's go through some of the matchups real quick. 60 card. So this was my rank up game, obviously, in Plat 1 to Diamond 5. 60 card tiers. This was 43 card tiers. That was 8 Axis. This is Exo Sister. This was my loss to 42 card tiers. 40 card tiers, okay. 43 card, some disgusting gravekeeper crap. 40 card tiers. 45 card tiers. Weather Painter. And 41 card tiers. And 40 card Exo Sister and 40. Alright, so you get the picture, right? I'm pretty sure that the other loss was a tier as well. So plenty of tiers, but also, I would say like 60-70% tiers, and then like a few anti-tier decks like Exo Sister. There was some Flu like earlier as well, but I guess not in this run. Okay, so the problem is, I really wanted to show you this rank up game, but the problem is it's a travesty. It's a train wreck I misplay like crazy, my opponent misplays like crazy. You're not going to learn anything from it, but I'm just going to show you this replay so you know that I was playing Mekk-Knight Crusadia, and not, you know, I didn't get here through like playing Tears or Flute or some crap. So let's see. So I'm not going to go through this whole replay because it was really a train wreck. But, okay, so you see here, blind second, Kaiju, Crusadia, OTK strategy. Sure, whatever. I didn't get a mech here, so, but okay, I think I will have a mech later on, so you can see. This is not just a pure Crusadia deck. Okay, so I should say, the reason I misplay so much is because when I play Master Duel, I'm usually doing something else alongside. In this case, I was playing Honkai Star Rail earlier, so whenever I don't open a hand trap, I just look at my other screen, and I don't even look at this screen, so I just let them do whatever they want, just combo off. Because frankly, I don't care, right? I don't care about any other deck. I don't want to learn. I find it really boring to watch. And yeah, I don't care. I just only want to know about how to stop them playing Crusadias, right? I don't want to know how they play. And I guess you will learn that normally just by playing against them, but I don't really pay attention to their combo. That's all I'm saying. So what I do is I'll come back on turn 2. So at this point I'm not looking at anything. Okay, so Dweller, I would say, I mean, it's kind of, it's not really a problem for Mekk-Knight Crusadia. The only problem is Lip can't bounce. Like when after they activate Dweller, you can't activate Lip's bounce effect in the graveyard. That's the only drawback. Oh yeah, you can check out my extra deck. It's pretty standard. I mean, it's the usual extra deck that I've been playing for the most part, but I added some other stuff to fill in, like, you know, bosses that I didn't need. But yeah, I'm playing Regulex because I'm playing 1 Crusadia power. So yeah. Man, this, you know, Tears is just so much going on. I don't even care. I don't even want to watch any of this crap. Okay, cool. End of their turn. Let's see what I draw actually. Oh great, okay, so here you can see, right, this is a Mekk-Knight Crusadia deck, not a pure Crusadia Kaiju deck. Okay, cool. They activate Dweller. So, okay, no Lit for me. Okay, boohoo, I guess. Okay, so main phase 1, let's see what they milled. They milled 3 Mekk-Knights TTT and Change of Heart. Okay, so yeah, I'm playing the current Go second strategy that I'm playing, sorry, the current OTK strategy I'm playing revolves around removing monsters from their board for the most part, and of course having some back row destruction. I'm playing double Change of Heart, 1 triple Tactics Talent, triple Mind Control, triple Lightning Storm, 1 Duster, triple Maxi and triple Imperm, no Ash, no Call By, no Cross Out. Well, I mean, at this point I can just show you the list, but honestly, the list doesn't even matter because it's a work in progress. It's not. I'm not convinced by it. Why even look at the list, right? Just know what text I'm using, as I just said. And I'm playing 4 kaijus. Yeah. So this hand actually is a pretty bad hand because, yeah, the problem is always with these hard ones per turn cards, drawing multiples of them. So effectively I only have 2 board breaking interactions here, the Kaiju and 1 Lightning Storm, unless they have Crime, which I don't know if they do. Actually, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Hafnis is in hand, so one of these is Hafnis, and Soliek's in hand. Okay, so one of this is Soliek. I think Soliek is probably this one, right? Because they never put Soliek in the middle for whatever reason. So Soliek's here and Hafnis is here. I don't know what this card is, and I don't know what the other set back row is. Sure. So this could be Crime, which, you know, second Lightning Storm would be good here, I guess, but it is what it is. In general, I will say with Tears, I'm not afraid of their monsters on the board. I'm afraid of their back row. I'm afraid of Pearl Reino, which pops. I'm afraid of Scream, which mills and gets more extension. Which again, like, I mean, I'm not afraid of the boss monsters necessarily, because frankly, the only ones that really do anything to me are Baguska, Dragostapelia, and maybe Kaleido Heart if they manage to, play it properly so that they can summon him while I have a monster on board and they bounce my normal summon or something. But other than that, I mean, their monsters are not that threatening. This is not like a Mirror Jade that I have to deal with. Okay, and yeah, of course, Underworld Goddess is a big problem. But going second, blind second OTK doesn't care about Underworld Goddess, right? Okay, so yeah, I don't care about most of their boss monsters. I'm worried about Halfness in hand extending, which is how they usually get to Kaleido. And in most cases, I mean, they don't always open with Dragostapelia, so Halfness gets them Dragostapelia in that case. So those layer interactions I really hate. Really hard to play against. That's why I hate Math Mech, and Brandon Despia is kind of hard to play against as well. Flu, all these decks that use both rows, the back row and the monster row, right? That makes it hard to play against. But with Tears, if you remove all of their Tears names from the monster row, their back row is shut off. It's completely dead, so that's good. But if they have Halfness in hand, they can summon Halfness and then the back row becomes alive again. So that's why I guess in general, if I open 2 Lightning Storm, I'm just gonna go ahead and shotgun a Lightning Storm and blow up all the back row. Now in this case, they already have Halfness, so it matters even less, like the Sulliek search, right? Because Sulliek goes to grave, searches something. Like, they already have Halfness, like whatever they search isn't really gonna hurt me, so I don't really care about it. So yeah, Lightning Storm blew up all the back row. Oh yeah, I should say that when thinking about building against Tears, right, really the main threats are Sulliek and Pearl of Rhino, the back row, Crime as well, and Halfness in hand. So in hand and in the back row. Now we can't do anything about the hand, their hand, but we can do something about the back row. So just, I think back row hate, I think for now I'm definitely gonna play like the triple Lightning Storm and Duster as back row hate. It just gets rid of all these problem cards, and let's see what they actually had. Oh yeah, whoa, Droplet, Sulliek. So look at that. This is why I love Ward Breakers. You trade so well. 1 for 3. Look at that. Droplet would have killed my ass. My arse. Sulliek. Yeah, whatever. So Sulliek's gonna trigger and add Sharon, of course, because this is Halfness. Or this is Halfness. Okay, so what happens next? In this case now, I only have one more board breaking interaction, which is Jizukiru, the Kaiju. Now, if you look at this graveyard, I'm doing this with hindsight. There are no level 2s and there are no link 2s. So Elf is dead, right? So Elf is completely not a threat, right? Well, there's no real need to Kaiju Merly either, because, well, the back row is all gone. The back row is what makes it imperative for them to have tier names on board, and it's why I am playing stuff like Change of Heart to remove the tier names so that they can't activate their back row. But now that the back row is just blown up anyway, there's no need to Kaiju Merly either. And of course there's no need to Kaiju Abyss Dweller, because whatever, right? So obviously you just have to Kaiju Dragostapelia. Rationally, that's what anybody would do in this situation, right? Well, oh yeah, and also I would say if you Kaiju Merly in this situation, Elf is just gonna summon Merly back and then you're in big trouble because they're just gonna mill. So, what I do here? You see, I have one eye on the Honkai Star Rail because I was playing like the story, and the voice acting is so good. So I was kind of like watching that, and then I just straight away Kaiju Elf without checking the graveyard because I wasn't really focused, and I completely wasted my Kaiju. Now, I will say that if I'd Kaiju Dragostapelia, I think I had OTK because of what Halfness would mill, I think, if I recall correctly. I'll show you in a bit. But in this situation, okay, let's say you've wasted Jizukiru because you were watching Honkai Star Rails, listening to their beautiful voice acting. Sure, there's still a chance to OTK here if I set Lightning Storm and then summon Purple Nightfall to try and bait out Dragostapelia, which is the classic Mekk-Knight Crusadia play. Baiting with Mekk-Knights and clearing the normal summon for the OTK. That's how I've always played it. But in this case, after I Kaiju, then I looked at Dragostapelia. I was like, oh crap, no more OTK, and I know Hafnis is coming as well. So, at this point, I was already thinking, well, okay, there's no more OTK, whatever. And I didn't think more about it, so I didn't actually set Lightning Storm and do Purple Nightfall. I just went straight into the Crusadia combo. So this is just for you to know that, you probably want to try and bait out all the interactions first before clearing the way for the Crusadias. That's just how I've always done it. And Lightning Storm is pretty much dead anyway, it is dead, so yeah. Okay, so I go into Leonis and, yep, Crusadia combo time. What was I thinking here? I was thinking, I'm going to try and get to Astrum, because Astrum is a coin flip win con. If they're not playing Underworld Goddess, they're pretty much gonna scoop against Astrum. Not immediately, but after a few turns when they realize they can't do anything, they scoop. And in fact, that's what happened in this duel, because this player was not playing Underworld Goddess. So I was trying to go into Astrum. I didn't know they weren't playing it, obviously, but I just thought, okay, no OTK, just go into Astrum. That's my game plan. Okay, so why did I Draco search Leonis here? I will say, before I used Draco, I did have a look at their graveyard and I saw they only had one Shuffler Mudora. Yeah, that's all they had. So, not that it mattered, really. You would just trigger it anyway because you're trying to chain block Magus, but I'm just saying, I was not expecting to get Leonis back from Draco, right? Because of Mudora. But anyway, Hafnis is coming. And, yep, if I had Kaiju Dragostapelia, I would have gone the Maximus search and then I would have had enough bodies to OTK, so too bad. So of course they negate Magus and Hafnis. Okay, so you see, this is why I said would have OTK, because Hafnis' mill was horrible for them. They have absolutely no further interactions after this. Well, apart from the Shuffler. They're playing 60 cards, that's why. So if I just Kaiju this guy here, OTK, man. So, lesson learned. Focus a bit more. Okay, so they add crime, whatever. That's not relevant at this point. Okay, Regulex. Okay, search. Let's see. Yeah, so there's nothing, right? So, okay, I will say, I'm playing only one Indigo and one Red Moon, so actually this Blue Sky was also dead, and I did not bother checking my my graveyard, because otherwise I would have just... Well, I would still have done Purple Nightfall actually, but I'm just saying, at this point, Blue Sky summons and can only search Purple Nightfall, because I'm out of all my other unique mech names, because I'm not playing Gearsu either. Okay, so Crusadia Power, yep. Okay, so... remember, I'm just trying to get to Astrum at this point, and since they somehow, for some reason, gave me Leonis, I thought, okay, well, might as well pierce and do some damage. So, yep, search Purple Nightfall, yep. So yeah, the rest of it's just me misplaying and them misplaying, so it's not really relevant, but you get the idea. So that was my rank up game. Actually, I'm interested in seeing this one because this was a 40 card deck, so it's a bit more consistent, perhaps. I'm not gonna say that 60 card isn't, but yeah, let's just check this one out. I don't know, hopefully this is a good replay. Maybe, hopefully I can just show one at least, talk through it. Okay, so standard Crusadia Kaiju hand. If you look at this hand, you won't know I'm playing Mekk-Knight Crusadia. Okay, I'm just gonna try and play this like... I'm just trying to talk through this like I'm playing it blind. So, as though I'm playing it. So, let's go. Alright, so first off I should say... 2 Kaijus that's the reason I don't play Crusadia Kaiju anymore, because the second Kaiju is such poor value. But in a matchup like Crusadia versus Tiers, the win con is so streamlined that actually it's fine to open 2 Kaijus, so I'm open to playing even like 5 or 6 actually now. In the past this was not good, because against like Sprite and all that stuff, Sprite, Runic, you know, the Kaijus, you know, you open like 2 Kaijus in hand, you've already lost a lot of value. And if you also open 2 Crusadias instead of like a Crusadia and a Mekk-Knight, for example, there's just not enough gas, not enough lines, not enough space for you to play around things. There's no room for skill expression. So, but that's beside the point. So here I have basically 2 interactions. 1 Kaiju, I can Kaiju one of the monsters and I get a power to protect against Saliek or Dragostophelia or something. Okay, so terraforming is a horrible start for me. Perlareno, they always have it. And they add Sharon, so it's gonna get a special summon here. Oh, Scream, yep. Okay, send Rhino, Milt 3, so they Milt double Modora, which is nice, nothing else. And yeah, Rhino's gonna wait. Oh, sorry, yep. So Sharon Milt 3, and then now Scream is milling 3, yep. Yep, okay, oh. This is like the dream mill, isn't it? Well, they would rather this have been Sharon if they didn't have Sharon, but wow, Hafnis, Merly, and Reinhardt, great. And now Rhino is coming on board. Saliet goes to grave, debates. They're just popping off. They're getting everything. Dang. Kits, of course. So actually, the fact that I won this should be something of a justification for why I've decided to go for this blind second OTK strategy, because it just works. Like you can see, they're popping off, they got great mills, but I still won with like this hand. So that's why I said like the Crusadia side can probably take care of things, in all honesty. But I'm just not sure about how it matches up against other decks. Oops, I missed a lot. Oh, okay, so they had the famous Mill 8 from Kit Kalas, and yeah, and then Agido. Okay, so a bunch of shufflers, and now they're just gonna shuffle Kit Kalas and Saliek and Rhino back. Okay, fine. Okay, pop, Scream, get Saliek. Cool. Dweller. I'm betting Dweller. Yep. Now, why did I say I'm betting Dweller? They didn't know any of my cards, so they have no idea what I'm playing, so they're gonna go into Dweller. If they saw if they had seen Mekk-Knights or Crusadias, then they probably would have gone for Baguska. I'm just guessing. Okay, so one of these is Saliek, obviously. Did they get Crime? Let's see. Yeah, you know, this is just how little attention I pay. Oh, Crime, off kit, search, great. So Saliek, Crime, Polareno, Hafnis is in hand, I think. Yep, Hafnis is in hand, yep. Okay, let's see what we draw. Lightning Storm, hell yeah. So this gives me the sort of realistic ideal of 3 board breakers. Storm, 1 Kaiju, and I guess a power to protect. Again, you know, it's kind of like a board breaker, if you will. An interaction, like I want 3 unique interactions. So first off, they use Dweller, and that turns off Lit, but I'm not bothered by that. So, okay, with this setup here, what do I do? They have 1 Kaiju, okay, so sorry, they have 1 tier name on board, and they have Hafnis. They already have Hafnis, so I have absolutely no problem blowing up the entire back row anyway to give them a search off Saliek. Now, if I didn't know that they had Hafnis, I would be a little more reticent about using Lightning Storm. But in any case, like, there's absolutely no reason not to just straight away kaiju here when they don't have Scream, because Scream is the one that mills on the summon, and also they only have one tier anyway, so I just kaiju that tier and they can't do anything really, so that's all good. But if they had Scream, then of course once they trigger Hafnis, then I'm in big trouble, so even more Lightning Storm would be good. But as I said, I'm just not really sure if it's always worth taking that risk and giving them Hafnis Search off Sulliek using Lightning Storm. But in general, I found that clearing the back row just makes me feel a lot safer. Like every time I resolve Lightning Storm and clear the entire tier's back row, I just feel a lot safer and more relieved. So I'm assuming I'm gonna stick with 1 Duster and 3 Lightning Storm for now. But anyway, so important thing to know, as I said, I'm not caring about their bosses much, really. I don't care at all. I'm caring about Hafnis in hand and the back row. By kaijuing the tier name, I turn off all the back row. So let's do that. Yep, you know, yeah, I knew what I was gonna do. Okay, so kaiju Merly. There's no elf, so that play is clear. And then the next one, obviously, well, I mean, it's so linear, right? Kaiju Crusadia is so linear. Like, you know what to do next. Everybody knows. There you go. Okay, so they're gonna add something, and I don't care what it is because they already have Hafnis. Okay, Rhino. Okay, so at this point, there's no reason to hesitate or delay. No time to waste. Maximus, go. Now here's the thing. Shufflers are in the grave, 2 shufflers. So Draco is not gonna search Maximus back. In a situation where I open like Maximus and something else, or 3 Crusadias, I wouldn't normal summon Maximus, but in this case, my game plan was already normal Maximus, go into Magius, search summon Draco, trigger the shuffler to shuffle whatever, and then just search Maximus again off Magius. And this second kaiju, because of this extremely simplified game state, has value. Now, okay, of course, opening 2 kaijus is not like bad, right? In general, it's just very low value, and against other decks that are way more equipped to deal with like board breakers, the second kaiju in hand is very low value. But in this case, well, you can see Lightning Storm blows everything up. Yes, they will have Hafnis coming down, but it's a simplified game state. So the second kaiju being available to be used as an extender gives me full combo here. Oh, and they have Max C, great. All the talk. Okay, so even if they didn't have Hafnis, and even if they didn't add Hafnis, they're probably gonna get Hafnis at this point, right? So whatever. Magius and Draco. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna search Maximus with Magius, and I'm just gonna try and fetch anyway. Maximus from the graveyard. And of course they're gonna deny that. And Hafnis is coming to mill. Great. Oh, and they just shuffle everything because why not? Yeah, they were trying to hit their names, obviously, so that's why. Okay, so wait, so Hafnis mills Merly, okay, and yeah, I'm just gonna search Maximus as I said. So you always want to make sure that, like, just game plan in advance to make sure you end up with Maximus, assuming that Magius doesn't get disrupted. So yeah. So okay, in this case, like I said, power is actually gonna win me the game here. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten power, let's say this was mind control or change of heart, would also have done the job. Yep. Okay, so Merly, Hafnis, Kids. Oh man, they're gonna extend a lot more after this. Oh man. Jeez. Okay, Hafnis. Fused again. Great. And then mill 5. Great. Okay, Dragos Tapelia, right? Okay, so Dragos Tapelia is here. So like I said, the second kaiju in hand is a pure extender at this point. It has value because of the simplified game state and the hand construction being such that I actually need the second body on board, or sorry, the second kaiju as a body on board. But against most other matchups, I don't want to open 2 kaijus, and that's been the case for the past 1.5 years of Master Duel. So that's why I play Mekk-Knight Crusadia and not Kaiju Crusadia OTK. Okay, so but like I said, if I hadn't gotten power here, I would have tried to search power with Regulex anyway, and then Regulus Pele can negate that probably, and if they don't, then I get power anyway, and then I can protect for the OTK, sure. But if power were mind control or change of heart, I just grab Regulus Pele over. So assuming this was not assuming this was one of the monster removals and not a third kaiju, this hand would have been golden. Regulex, nothing to search. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so I extended with Regulex and Jizukiru, because obviously you want Maximus on the end board to go into the OTK game state. Now, yeah, they drew 2 as well, and they're gonna draw 1 more. Sorry, they drew a lot. Okay, so at this point, yeah, Maximus, okay, I don't have to explain this, to be honest. Yeah, power comes in, GG. Okay, so you can see here, Crusadia OTK can get the job done, even without the mechs. And hopefully this kind of helps you get a sense of how I play. I'm sorry if this was all over the place. I don't have a script. I did all of this in one take, and I have no experience talking through games like this, so hopefully anything else I do in the future will be slightly better. But yeah, this is what I wanted to say and show. So after this, I think, okay, since I'm already Diamond 5, I might just play like a game and record it live or something, and we'll just see how it goes. But I'm just gonna stop this video here for now. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you found any better strategy against tiers or any good text to use against them. Yeah, peace.